Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear. I know everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We have all kind of pictures and all. We picked that up tomorrow, but today we got a special show. We got to sort of rush through this. We got a guest on, then we got a video. So I'm going to do a quick weather. Our weather always brought to us by Haney Technical Center. Looks like a nice day today. High of 58, low of 37. Water temperature 63. Our Monday moon forecast brought to us by Mountain Dew. It's actually not a forecast because this is really going to be what's happening. We're waxing right now. The first quarter is going to be Wednesday. The full moon of December now will be December the 12th. So we're waxing up for the next 2 weeks. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Decent tide, really good tides today. The whole month of December has some strong tides. Usually it's the other way around, but low tide is right around noon at 10:53. High tide is right around midnight at 11:58. So we're looking at a marine forecast, north-northwest at about 10. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, folks, and welcome to our regular guest here, Captain Rick Corley. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
Hey, listen, we got a video coming up, but we got to set this up. Captain Rick got to do something he's been wanting to do for a while.
Well, I've been doing it a long time, but I hadn't done it in the last couple of years because of other things. And I just got back out and actually found out I can still take off and land.
So you went and got in the plane, jumped in the plane, and took off and went flying.
Yep.
Okay. And it was a special because, well, tell us about what happened.
Well, a friend of mine, George Rampuli, has professional aviation out there, and they teach. And he says, come out and fly my 182. So I took him up on it. I took my granddaughter, and of course my son-in-law did the filming. And we went up and just flew in the air and refamiliarized myself with flying Cessna 182. I've got a lot of time in them. And we went from the airport, we took off and we went down 79, turned to the left there at the Y, and flew offshore just far enough that we could get down lower safely and not have to worry about flying right over the condos. And we flew down the beach all the way down, and then we flew over my son-in-law's house so my granddaughter could see her house from the air.
Okay.
And then went on down to, since Tyndall was closed, we were talking to them. They didn't have anything going on, so we could go down over Shell Island part way. And then we came back up, flew over St. Andrews Marina, did a half circle around that. Then we did another half circle to the right around the port of Panama City, over Hathaway Bridge, went up over the old airport, and then from there we went over and did a few touch and goes so I could see if I was going to bounce it or if I could get it on the ground. And it was pretty windy, a little bit bumpy, but not bad. A beautiful day though for flying. And I just told George, I said, you handle the radios, and I'll fly the airplane, and that's what we did. He handled talking to the tower, and Tyndall controls the air traffic around here through Tyndall approach control or departure control, whichever you're doing. And they didn't have anything going on, so we just monitored the channel, and we had a good day of just boring a hole in the sky, but it was fun.
Well, it was a really good video. It's very interesting too. Basically, you just got up and just made a big loop.
Yep.
So as the video shows, we're going to show the video. You can sort of follow, like I said, it goes 79, goes down the beach and circle around. I was worried about you getting too close to Tyndall, but I didn't know they were close.
No,
how did your granddaughter enjoy it?
She had a ball. She had flown in airlines, but she had never flown in a small plane. And that was her first time flying with me. She's 10 years old, so she had a good deal. Now, I brought a book that I wanted to show everybody. This is Modern Airmanship by a fellow named Van Sickle. He's a retired Air Force pilot. Did a lot of research, but I've had this book now for, my goodness, since I was a commercial pilot, and I'm an airline transport rated pilot now. And I probably had 250 hours when I got this book. I got right at 11,000 now. And of course, I've been flying since 1958.
So that renewed your license when you did that?
Yeah, well, your license never expires, but you have to do a certain number of takeoff and landings and a percentage of them at night.
Okay.
And if you're going to fly instruments, you have to do a certain number of hours of instrument flying simulated. If there's not bad weather and you got an instructor with you, you can go up in bad weather and do it that way. But yeah, you have to stay current, and that's what I was doing, was going back and getting current. And every 2 years they do what they call a biennial review. You have to take, if you're a private or a commercial pilot, you have to do 5 takeoff and 5 landings.
Okay.
If you're an ATP, they figure you got enough experience, you only got to do 3.
And if people want to learn how to fly, they can just go out there. And
they go to George there, professional. He's got 3 real good flight instructors that have lots of time, lots of experience. He's got 2 Cessna 172s. One is 180 horsepower, the other is 160 horsepower. It's the most popular airplane in the world. There's almost 45,000 of them flying. And most people that learn in a Cessna 152 or 172. Or either a Piper Cherokee.
When he got up over the beach, first thing I started looking for sharks. And that water was so clear and all.
It was beautiful.
The time of year is not good for that.
At 800 feet, you can see just about anything you want to look at in the water.
I honestly was looking for some fishing holes. After the hurricane come through, really, those holes, they do change.
Well, you know, Danny Raphael, I helped teach him fly a long time ago. He used to spot for the fishing fleet out of Raphael's. They'd fly over, and of course, when they see the fish, whatever they're fishing for, he could identify them from the air, and they'd go and put the net around them and catch them. I mean, you know, fish spotters use that particular airplane.
Well, and this is a good book here, you said?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's called Modern Airmanship by Van Sickle, and it's edited by John Welch. John's the colonel in the Air Force. He had about 6,000 total hours, and he was a flight instructor for about 3,000. And that's, you know, I got about 11,000. I got about 3,000 as a flight instructor.
That's cool. Well, we're going to start setting up a video. Basically, we're going to take a break. We'll come back to the video now. And like the captain said, you just take off and we just make a big circle, and you come back around the bay and you go by the old airport.
Now, they may not hear a lot of what we're saying. I don't know. I haven't watched the video myself.
It's good.
Because of the noise of the airplane, you know, and the noise. We're all wearing headsets. We can talk between
you won't hear
yourself.
right up in there, but then you're going to hear the talk, the introduction, and the ending and all. It's really, really good video. So, Jeff, let's take a break and we'll roll it.
I'm Captain Rick Corley, everybody knows. You see me on the show all the time. This is my granddaughter Riley, flying with me today. It's the first time she's got to fly with Grandpa. And of course we have George Rampuli, who has precision flight training at the airport. And if you're looking to learn to fly, this is the place to come.
So I'd like to welcome Captain Rick to come fly with us.
Yes, sir.
He's been flying a long time. We have precision flight training, 2 Cessna 172s. We're owned by former Air Force officers. We have 3 great instructors, retired dentist, retired F-15 pilot, retired F-16 pilot. They have lots of experience to teach our students, both in private instrument and commercial training. We have 2 well-maintained Cessna 172s. We like to go fly. We like to teach people how to fly and how much fun it is to fly. Once again, Captain Rick, we're going to go out and have a good flight today.
Thank you. I hope so.
Alright, so you want to
See, if you push up on this thing, it fills this with fuel. And the fuel can be checked to see if there's any water in it. That's what we're looking for. Don't want any water in the fuel. That has a tendency to get real quiet up there in the air as the engine trips. As we walk around an airplane, what we're looking for is anything that looks unusual, feels unusual. Look at the hinges on the elevator. See what you got in the way of connections with the rudder, especially your trim tab. A piano hinge, look at that. These are to let static electricity off. If you're flying through clouds, sometimes you build up a little static electricity. We're looking at anything that's out of the ordinary along the sides and the airplane and the surfaces. We're looking at the hinge points here. That's what we like to look at. There's a push rod that works this that we want to make sure is connected properly. And then we come on around. I'm not going to, but if we had to, step here, get up and check the cap on the fuel. The fuel's in each one of these wings, and on each side they got a fuel cap. This is a static air that has to be kept clean. That is simply the difference between the PDOT tube, which ram air, and this is what gives you your indications on some of your instruments in the aircraft. We always check the leading edge of the propeller to see if there's any nicks or cracks. Look to see if there's any bird nests that's gotten up in here. Any dirt daubers that's gotten in there. There's all kind of things that can get in there. And of course, here is the fill for oil. We check to make sure that's secure. Then we come over here and we check the oil here. We pull this dipstick and we can do it, and then we can also drain the lowest point in the fuel system. The sump drain is in there. Then we also check the static air intake on this side. And once we do that, we check the PDOT tube, which makes your ram air. Then we check to see the stall warning. This right here lets you know when the airplane's fixing to quit flying. It'll beep inside. It has a little beeper that you can hear. And now we're ready to go fly. You do a checklist, and when we start everything up, we do a checklist before we take off. We'll do a checklist before we land. We do a checklist after landing.
Easy on the controls. All right. Instruments on. And this one too. Come on to ground. Skylane 738 Foxtrot. Taxi shelter with Quebec VFR to the south. Okay, Ray, old style airplanes, keep going up. Old style airplanes, we still use a checklist. Here. So I'll show you doing that. Okay, before takeoff checklist, cabin doors and windows closed and locked. Roger. And whichever way you used to do it, did you go straight to the runway? You do a 45-degree cant to the runway to do an edge of runoff.
I usually do 45.
All right. Okay, flight instruments, we got 3005, and we are about, what did it show you there? Minus 20. And 3005, about 60 feet.
Yeah.
Fuel selector is in both.
Roger.
Mixture rich.
Yes.
7:30 o'clock, so I cleared the active quarter shelter. Well, welcome back in the saddle.
Probably need to do a few tests of nose, good smooth. That's it. I didn't think I'd tear anything up.
No, we'll walk away from it.
That's it.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.